out and touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming home. With my head up in the clouds, I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I wanna be in, not out, wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy now, gonna make this all count. Feeling like a rock star, 'cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star.
But it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just that stupid. Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. For you. For you.
Hey, I've got you on my mind. Yeah, you're all that I think about. You know you got me going wild. And what I want is you. Could you come a little closer? I want you by my side. And I'll try the best I can to make you feel this way. Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. Tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, 'cause I'd do anything. I just wanna be with you. How can you make me feel this way? Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. I just wanna hear you say that you want me to. I told you I can't get you off my mind. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. Tonight, we're going to talk about the DJI Avata again because I believe it's going to launch either this week or the next week. So I want to get ahead of all of the rumors. We've got some actual video of it out in the wild. We've got some pictures of accessories for sale. So we've got a pretty good idea of what the size of the Cinewhoop is, flight time, what's going to come with it, what it's compatible with. So stay tuned to the show. We've got a video from Steven Drones that I'm going to show of some cornhole. And then I'm going to show one from Jonathan Ray, and then we're going to show one from we're going to show some videos from me. And right now I'm looking up a video from Project Liquid that I couldn't find on the club anymore. So, and it is from Chris. So tonight's going to be all about FPV flying fun. It's going to be about DJI assisted FPV flight. Nothing crazy like, building drones from scratch and any of that. So I am trying to find a video right now. So just bear with me. And I think this is it. Yep, that's it. All right, I'm going to take that off the stream, and we're going to talk for a minute. How are y'all doing? Sorry I wasn't able to be with y'all last week. My son was supposed to have a scrimmage, and then he didn't have a scrimmage. And I had gone through all this work to pre-record my live stream, and then I was like, I don't have enough energy to do another live stream live. So I was happy with what I recorded. So that's where we're at with that. Y'all, I'm really excited about the DJI Avada. Avada. I'm not sure how to say that. I believe I feel like I had an IBM computer called an Avada. Let me check. But I believe it was AVADA. Let's see. Oh, no. No, my favorite WordPress theme that I used for years is called Avada. But it's with a D, not a T. Well, then what was my IBM computer called? Because it had a weird name like that. Was it in Nevada? It was not in Nevada. Aptiva. Let's see what that is. That sounds right. Let me see what the Aptivas look like. Yep, I had an IBM Aptiva. That's what it was. Good job, One Vision. That's awesome. I was thinking right before this, I was like, I'm pretty sure I had a Nevada, but it was an Aptiva. Okay. So thank y'all for getting me straight. Let's see who all's in the chat tonight. I see that Steven Drones beat out Brent Newman on getting here first. So that's pretty exciting. So Steven Drones is in the house. One Vision Aerial was second. Eat More Possum. I'm in the house. One Vision Aerial. I think I already said you. Yep. Sunrise Water Media is here. Hope you're having a good night, Chris. Streamlabs is working again. So I'm super excited about that. So y'all are going to be annoyed by all of the spam that's going to be in the chat. But since I don't really have a team of admins or anything like that, that is my way of reminding you of things, even if I forget to remind you of things. So Nacho said, howdy, is this live? Yes, this is live. This is me right now in the flesh. I'll prove it. I'll pinch myself. I'm live. So Nacho's in the house. It'd be awesome if there was an animatronic Sean. I bet I'd sell those faster than I'd sell t-shirts. I'm having a hard time selling t-shirts, but an animatronic Sean that was like an alarm in the morning. That was like, what's up, y'all? Sean here. And it'd wake you up. That'd be awesome. Jim's Droning's here. What's up? Welcome. One Vision Aerial sees a typo. Subscribe. Dadgummit. Oh, there's a whole bunch of... Yeah, I got to go fix that. I'll fix that after the show. There's a lot of typos, man. So I copied a lot of those from... who did I copy them from? Dad Random. So I need to go back and watch Dad Random's show to see if I copied... if I copied his mistakes and posted them in mine, or if I made the mistakes. I really don't care who made the mistake, but One Vision, you're just on top of it tonight. I appreciate you telling me that there's typos. Nobody's perfect, y'all. And I hope you guys watch me because I'm not perfect. I'd hate to be all fake and stuff. Wow. So One Vision Aerial said it was a 286. I had forgotten that we talked about computers in that way. I don't even remember. Is that processor speed? I had a 286 and then I had a 386. And I don't even remember what that means. I'm feeling it had something to do with the processor speed. Bob Casey's in the house. What's up, Bob? Welcome to the chat. Sunrise said the deep fake is so real. I would like to do a deep fake. I need to take like my son's like chiseled 14-year-old body and then put my face on it and be like, what's up, y'all? Sean here. He even talks like he's got a really low voice. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can see me all right. I like this. If you hit the snooze button, the animatronic Sean would slap you awake. I like it. That reminds me of a alarm clock that I had when I was a kid. They had these alarm clocks that were in the shape of, there was a football, there was a soccer ball, and there was a tennis ball that I remember. Probably basketball too. And I had an alarm clock that was a soccer ball because I played soccer. And in order to make it snooze, you like grabbed it and threw it against the wall. So I loved it. First, as soon as the alarm went off, I grabbed it and threw it against the wall and went back to sleep. And after the second alarm went off, then you had to get up out of bed and look around your room to see where the ball ended up. And I thought that was a great idea for an alarm clock because that got me up every morning. After a while, I would just like take it and I'd slam it against the table and it would turn off. But I thought that was really cool. I don't know, did any of y'all have alarm clocks like that? There was another piece of technology that annoyed me in the 80s or early 90s probably. I had when I got my first phone for my room, it was a red car and it had this button on the bottom of it that hung it up. And so whenever I would pick it up and talk on it, I would hang up on people all the time because I'd put it on my cheek and my cheek would hang up the phone. So the struggle was real when I was in high school. So One Vision Ariel is an English major. So does it annoy you when I say there are some people that come on here or that comment on my videos that like say that I say too much. And usually they pull that like I'm an English, like an English student card on me. So I was just wondering, I'm not going to change that about me because I'm 46 years old and I really have tried to stop saying but if I don't say I'll just look at you like I'll be still trying to think about what I'm trying to say. So so that's what that's about. So Bob says I'm way too hot, or is my audio way too hot? I feel like I'm too hot for Bob. And I'm going to take a swig. I'm going to take a swig on that. So I might have gotten my typos from Dad Random. I don't know. One of the beautiful things about YouTube and being a YouTube creator is that all of us are just kind of making this up as we go. And Dad Random's a really, really cool guy. We've chatted some. I just think it's like when I watch his live streams, I'm like, oh, I could do that on my live stream. So I spent a whole live stream not really listening to what he was saying, but I was like, what's this CloudBot thing? What's this thing that keeps popping up? And then I looked into Melon, which is the software the cloud software that I'm using to do my live streams, and it was like it's integrated. And so I was like, okay, so what is that? And so I spent like 3 hours trying to get that to work. It worked one time and then didn't work anymore. And then I found tonight that there was a toggle on timers that I somehow had turned off at one point, and I don't know why I ever would have turned it back off. But or maybe I have to turn it on every time. But yeah, now that that's come up a couple times, where don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's getting on my nerves already. Eat more possum. Y'all are chatting up like crazy. I'm having a hard time catching up. Y'all are funny. So I saw a cool video this week, and it was about FPV. Ken Heron put on his channel. He was out at the Parthenon here in Nashville, and he took a lady that was walking up, took her on a flyby or like a ride along. I thought that was pretty awesome. I love those videos because like I've had picnics at that park, and it's something that's local. So as he's flying through the air, I'm like, oh, that's what that looks like on top. So it's pretty cool. So Jim said Alexa wakes him up. Bob, there's going to be a lot of squirrel moments tonight. I'm feeling it. I'm trying to get this coffee in me before I say too much. But it's one of those nights that I'm happy to be here. But it was a really stressful work day. So I'm like trying to just muster up as much joy that I can find in my heart and put on a good show for y'all. So all right. Man, y'all are One Vision says I'm too sexy for my shirt. Wow, that's an old song. I'm too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. So Bob said he was thinking about cutting the beard off. Too hot to keep it. Too hot for Bob. Got it. So you're hot. So Bob's saying he's hot. I think that's what's going on. Okay, we're caught up. So yeah, I thought that lady was perfect for the lady that was on Ken's video. I thought she was so happy and like, and she'd never been in FPV goggles before, and she was freaking out. Like, I thought that was a priceless video. I want to, since this is going to be probably the last live stream that I do before the Avada is out, I wanted to show. I've got a couple things to show you guys, and then I'm going to show you guys some videos, and we'll just see where the night takes us. So, first, I want to show you this video. I saw this video today on Twitter, and I was like, I've been following DJI Avada on Twitter because I found that like most of the leaks that come out usually are on Twitter somewhere. So, I want y'all to see this video, and this is going to give you an idea of the size and what's available and its compatibility a little bit. So we're going to pop this up. Some of you have probably already seen this video, but there's the little guy up there. So okay, so we're going to play the entire video again. I'm going to pause it on the goggles first. So we're going to pause it right here. And I don't know if you guys can see it or not in the live stream, but he's using the DJI FPV controller that comes with the DJI FPV drone. Okay. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to buy this controller with the Avada, or my hope is that you can buy a package that comes with the goggles and the drone, because that's really all I need. And I'm also hoping that oh, cool, Bob. Something else that, like, sorry, squirrel. So I'm also hoping that the Avada can just be paired with the goggles, and like the goggles and the controller that everybody already has with the DJI FPV system. It'd be awesome to have just another drone in your fleet that can pair up with what you already have. I think that the new goggles are more compact, because I know that's been a complaint for a lot of people, that there's no easy way to carry the DJI FPV drone around. The new Avada is, flatter and wider and probably easier to pack in a bag, and these new goggles can probably fit in the same kind of horizontal space, if that makes sense. They're not really big and bulky like the current DJI FPV goggles. So I paused it there, and these are the goggles. So we showed pictures last week of the DJI Avada goggles, and here is what it looks like on someone's face. And so I was correct last week when I said that they just go over the eyes, and that they you can see the bottom of his nose right there. So they're basically, they just go here. So that's an improvement on the size. And then there is the Avada in flight. So the pictures that we showed last week, it's obvious that those are true. Pretty sure he's flying manually here. Well, I don't think he's flying completely manually because it's holding its horizon very well. So and you can tell that it's holding its horizon, so he can let go of the sticks and it'll just hold where it's at, and then it can go up and down. So is that Justin Bieber? It's funny. So yeah, so I wanted to show you guys that. And then I want to show y'all a couple things on, I want to cite the guy that I took this from, just to make sure that nobody's freaking out that I'm copywriting or whatever. So this is all being taken from Jasper Ellens over at 27 Leaks. He is usually where a lot of people get their leaks from. You'll see pictures of DJI leaks and there'll be a big 27 on them, and this is where they come from. This is not sure where this came from, but the Intelligent Flight battery has a rated capacity of 35.71 watt hours and a powerful battery life of approximately 18 minutes. So 18 minutes is pretty good for this size of drone, especially if you come from the FPV world with lipos. With a built-in DJI Intelligent Battery Management System, so just like the DJI FPV system, there's no balancing or special charger that you need to charge these batteries. Battery status is monitored and reported in real time, allowing you to focus less on power levels and more on flying. So just like the DJI FPV drone, there'll be a little battery up in the corner that'll tell you how much battery you have left. Compatible with the DJI Avada drone, provides approximately 18 minutes of flight time. Fly and shoot with more freedom and confidence. That's marketing mumbo jumbo. So I wanted to show you guys that. Then I wanted to show you a comment from Aceta LV. I look at his Twitter feed a lot. So he said that adding a GoPro, there's not a chance. And the reason he said that is because don't expect any agility or mobility on the Avada with its nearly 490 gram body and 4S 2480 milliamp battery. That's almost a 5-inch type FPV drone level, but it's only a 3-inch type Cinewhoop. So the Cinewhoop that I showed you guys yesterday was a 3-inch. I have a 6S battery on it, but even the 4S battery carries a GoPro no problem. So I'm not sure what he's talking about here, but I wanted to give that some validity. And then I wanted to show you this. So this is from Drone DJ. And I'm really excited about the accessories that you can buy for the Avada. So here's a 4 battery charger for the Avada, and it's just like the battery charger for the DJI FPV system. You lay the battery here, and then you plug the batteries in. Now, this has a different connector, so I'm curious to see what these connectors are. This this little section right here might be a snap. So maybe the battery is more secure in the drone. Maybe it has a snapping mechanism in it. And then it's got the 2 leads. And the battery charging hub is going to be $59. The propellers for the Avada drone. Here is a set of 4 propellers that are $9. So I will be I will probably be buying a lot of those. I hope they come out in different colors. Right here, the color is gray. So hopefully they'll come out so Jim, I don't have time to get that. So there is a tab, just like the DJI FPV drone, but it looks like there might be like a way to snap that in, because right now it kind of pushes in, but it's kind of weird. Here's ND filters for the Avada drone, so that's exciting. This is what the battery looks like. So Jim, this is what I was talking about, this little area right here. It's hard to tell. They don't show any of the other pictures of it. I wish I knew what site this came from. Well, so yeah, this is what they look like on the charging hub. So for $279, you can get 2 batteries and a charging hub. How much are the batteries? 129 each. So 130, 260 is how much these batteries would cost, and then the charging hub is like $10 with this package. Here's a head strap for the Avada Goggles 2. So not sure if Avada Goggles 2. So right there, this just says it's Adorama. Let's try that. Kevin. Okay, so we're back to here. I just saw I saw Adorama Protect, and then I realized what site that was, but couldn't get them. Y'all are getting annoyed by Streamlabs? Sorry. The thing that excites me the most of what I've seen on these accessories is that you can get a new propeller guard for $29. I wonder if you can fly it without the propeller guard or not. But this whole section right here, it excites me that you can buy this whole piece. It doesn't look like it comes off very easily, because looks like there's a lot of screw holes. But still, it's exciting that you can get a new propeller guard. I'm hoping they come out with different colors. I'm the designer, so I'm weird like that. And then here's the upper frame for the Avada. So if you crash your Avada drone, there are all of these replacement parts are pretty cheap. So what's up, 4 States? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good night. And then here's the Avada Goggles. So that's all I wanted to show you there. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about as far as information that I didn't have last week when I talked about the Avada drone. So Jim said I could always spray paint them. So there you go. Actually, I might plastic dip them. But FlowState has said he's excited to hear about his next drone. All right, so we've talked about the Avada. That is pretty exciting. I'm excited about the size. I'm wondering how it'll handle in the wind. I know my Cinewoop gets pushed around a little bit in the wind. It's not as sleek as some of my other drones, but it might not be that big of a deal. If those, it's also a pusher drone, but a lot of the Cinewoop footage that I see is kind of floaty. But the video that I showed you, it's very precise as well. So you might only get that floaty video if you're in full manual mode. But I probably won't ever get in full manual mode. I will probably I'll probably fly this drone closer than I've ever flown anything else to anything, and will probably bounce off something. This is the drone that I'm not going to be afraid to go around buildings and go through gaps and stuff like that. I'm always worried about exposed blades. So that's what I love about my Cinewoop is I can just bounce it off things. So hopefully the drone will. It looks like the drone is kind of has armor around it, so that if you run into like a goalpost or something like that, it could probably recover pretty easy. So yeah. So with that, we are going to show some. So FlowState says, has there been any word on the Action 2 working on the Avada? I'm not sure about that. From all the videos that I've seen, all of the, and this everything out there is just kind of speculation right now. I don't foresee everything that I've seen. It doesn't look like there's any way to attach a camera to it. So everything that attaches to it at this point, in my opinion, looks like it's going to have to be aftermarket. Now, with the top frame just being $19, the first thing everybody did with their DJI FPV drones is they took off all of the stock plastic and replaced it with cooler looking plastic. So I took the front guard off of my camera and I put an aluminum cage around the lens. So if I ever drove into anything, I'd protect that gimbal. Yeah, so I have a feeling that frame that screws on, that Ulanzi or somebody is going to create a frame that has a GoPro mount on it. I about guarantee you. Jim said that he thinks the camera will be better than the Action 2. That's a good possibility. What I want to do with it is I want to put a 360 camera on it, but I might be limited to something smaller. It's a pusher drone, so there's a good chance that it'll be able to handle at least the 360 SMO from Insta360. The cameras that I like to put on the drones are the Insta360 1RSs, just because they're more rugged than like the X2 or the X. But I also have this little guy that I've been wanting to put on a drone, which is not too many people have this this lens for the RS. This is the 360 lens, but it's the split version that came with the aerial, the original aerial edition, the precursor to the Insta360 Sphere. Once I get the Avada, I will probably take my aerial edition apart and try to fit it on that whoop, because I would love to have a little 360 whoop that flies around. Would love it. And the fact that I can get the propeller guard for the Avada for $29. I might just buy a frame and like an extra frame and an extra propeller guard, and then just hack them up into pieces and build my own little, do some 3D printing and figure out how to make that drone a 360 drone. But I don't know either. But there's enough on there that I could probably hand launch it. I don't know if I can handle. Well, we'll figure it out. It's not very thin because the battery and the frame on top, but neither is the Air 2S with the Sphere, and it works out great. So I think I can do it, but again, it'll just be me playing around, and I might be able to do it, I might not. So yeah. So now, this is the point of the show where we're going to show some videos, and I'm going to answer some of your chats. But yeah, while you guys are chatting, we're going to show a video. This first video is a Cornhole Tournament that Steven Drones posted up. So yeah, taken with his unique Typhoon H Plus. I'm starting to learn your town, Steve, because I recognize the smokestack in the background. I recognize the little river. I recognize the broken building over there to the right. So this area right here is where Steve likes to fly. Is that the Amazon building in the background, Steve? Like, are these all your videos all in this spot, or is that a different building? Town Hall. Got it. If you look really closely at the bounce house, you can see Steve jumping up and down. No, I'm just kidding. There was one part, it's probably already passed. There was a woman in a wheelchair, and she was just zooming. She was driving that wheelchair like Ricky Bobby. All right, so Steve said it's not Amazon over there. But you can see all the cornhole tables, or not tables, all the cornholes lined up. Then all the little gazebos set up, bounce houses. It's kind of a neat little park. It's hard to tell if the park goes down in the middle or it goes up, but pretty cool shot. So Steve said he stayed in the tree line. So very important that Steve pointed at people, but he didn't fly over people. So he didn't break any rules by flying, because if his drone went down, it would have just landed in a tree. It wouldn't have landed over anybody. So since we're all talking drones, and this is an event with people in it, Steve wants us to make sure that we say that he didn't. It looks like a track. Is it a track? Like, is that a walking track? Like, if you walk around that 4 times, is it a mile? Because it's it looks just like a track around the football field. So Stephen Jones said yes. So I'm thinking that's yes to the track. It's very nice. Like the blacktop looks really fresh and doesn't look oily, so it looks like cars aren't on it a lot. Basketball court. So yeah. So do you guys have any questions about the Avada, things that you want to see in the Avada? Like right now, we don't know really what it's going to be like, but we've got some great pictures of what what to expect. So Bob said he really likes playing cornhole. I make those boards all the time in the spare time. I think I'm going to try a vinyl wrap on the next set I make. That's cool. Does the I noticed we had a cornhole tournament at my church, and there were some sticklers. Like everybody got to play on different boards. So just like this, there were a whole bunch of cornhole boards in a line. But some of the die-hard cornholers were really, really particular about the board they were playing on. One person put like, it was like painted with like glossy paint, but then they put like vinyl stickers on it that had like, home sweet home message on it or something. And they were really, really like complaining about when the sandbags hit the vinyl that it was like slowing it down or throwing their game off or anything like that. And I kind of mentioned that, well, everybody's playing on, like, the person you're playing against is playing on the same board, so they have the exact same handicap. So it shouldn't matter, but you get kind of used to your own board. Bob, I saw a since you were talking about making your own cornhole table, or I keep calling them tables, they're not tables, cornhole boards. I saw a video, and I don't remember if it was on Facebook or TikTok or what, but I saw where a guy took the those vinyl tables. Well, they're plastic tables that you get at Walmart that fold in half, and when you fold them out, they're just kind of like a white table with folding legs on the bottom of them. And what he did was he took it all apart, and so he had two vinyl pieces that were exactly the same size. He took a big hole drill bit and drilled a hole for the cornhole in the same location in each one of those table halves. On the back of it, he sprayed that foam that you insulate or you spray around like your pipes and stuff like that. He sprayed that. It's like expanding foam that you can get at the hardware store. He sprayed that all over the bottom of it. And then he took a chain and attached it to it, and took that chain and attached it to like a big kettlebell that you lift when you're lifting weights. And he used that as an anchor, and he put them in the pool. And so they basically floating cornhole boards, and they used them in the swimming pool. I thought that was a cool video. I don't know how you keep them straight, but I thought it was really, really neat. Neat idea for like a pool party or whatever. Definitely different because you're not throwing it underhand. You're like kind of tossing it, but yeah. So the next video I want to show you guys is from Jonathan Ray. This is with his Insta360 Sphere on his, I believe he just has a DJI Air 2. So, 2 . 2 . 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2 So Bob says he wants to wrap for emblems much easier than getting stencils. Yeah, I agree with that. Bob, do you have a 3D printer? Can you like 3D print your own stencils? I found a website where I can create graphics in Figma, and then it turns any SVG file, which is a scalable vector graphic. It turns any SVG into an STL file, which is a 3D model that you can put into your 3D printer. Okay, so Bob said no. Okay. I thought about making a Sean Studios stencil, just because I created my new logo. I can, if you just use the dark blue, I made it so that it is it can be one piece. And so I thought about turning that into a stencil. But yeah, so this video is Jonathan Ray. This is, I forget what exactly this effect is called, but it's in Insta360 and it's probably going to make y'all sick. But what you do is you fly your Insta360 sphere, basically just fly it normal, and then you can put this effect on it, and it's like a time warp, but it's crazy warp or something like that. Oh, Bob, I would love to have a CNC. Would you get a CNC router? Is that what you would get? I've also been looking into like the lasers, I don't know if it's CNC laser or if it's just, not sure exactly what it's called, but I did a lot of CNC work in college. I was an industrial arts major at Berea College in Berea, Kentucky, and we did a so I would use AutoCAD to design. I forget how we did it, but we would do like cutaways. So I created like the Batmobile, like my futuristic car. We ended up having like CO2 races with kind of like what you do in like Boy Scouts. But we use a CNC router to cut out our vehicles. So I got to design the coolest thing. I mean, I put all kinds of curves and shapes, and it was not aerodynamic, and I didn't win the race, but mine was the coolest looking car out there. But yeah, so we did that with the CNC router. So yeah, this is Jonathan Ray's video. And I think we've already shown it on the live chat, but I wanted to show it again. This is him chasing he's flying from his golf cart, I believe. So he's just chasing his golf cart all around the neighborhood. He might be active tracking, I'm not sure. Or he might have it in spotlight, because he does a pretty good job chasing himself. But this is kind of looks like FPV-ish, but it's not really FPV-ish at all. So that's that. Yeah, Bob, that sounds really, really cool with the CNC router. What was I going to say? I've been watching a lot of people, like I really want to get into resin. I've been watching a lot of people do amazing things with resin. And they start out with a 3D print, and then they make a mold from the 3D print using some sort of like rubber mold material. And then with that rubber mold, then they pour resin in it, and add these little dies into the resin, make it really cool, like a bowling ball. I would really like to get into that. So the next videos that I want to show you guys is, actually, I want to show Chris's video, because it is way better than anything that I could do. But I'm hoping that I can do a video like this with the Avada, but I won't be able to do like crazy flips or anything like that. But I want to find Chris's video. And it's probably not going to let me scrub through it. Come on. There's Jen's video. All right, this is Chris's video. I really like this video from Chris. Come on, there it is. It's on his GoPro Hero 5 session. It's a really cool part too. So I also want to point out that he did not fly over the road. He flew over the sidewalk next to the road. So if any of you haters out there, and I love him flying under that bridge. I think that's beautiful. Yeah, I aspire to be like Chris one day. Look at that. I mean, come on. If I do that with the Avada, it's probably going to try to return to home. You probably have to do that in full manual. Is Chris still here, or did he leave? He probably left. So that is an FPV video from Chris over at Sunrise Water Media. So now all we have left are my videos. So I'm going to remove some of the stuff from the stream just so I've got a little bit of more leeway. Next video I want to show, this is kind of my first, oh, there he is. What's up, Chris? So I want to show you guys, oh, by the way, if you guys haven't subscribed to Sunrise Water Media, Bob, all the other people that are in the chat, I know Streamlabs is annoying, but I'm really trying to support you guys with Streamlabs as well. So if you guys haven't subscribed to each other, if you guys haven't joined the club, there is a link in the description right there. Wait, that's not the description. There's a link in the description, but the AV Club is right here if you'd like to join the club. Not sure if I'm going to pay for the club again. It's been kind of fun, but it's been a little exhausting getting people to join, so I might just start a Facebook group and do things from there. I was hoping that I could get ad revenue and stuff like that from it, but yeah, it hasn't paid for itself yet. And Jim's Droning gave a thumbs up from every color of Memoji. So the first one that I want to show you guys, this is kind of it's probably my second or third flight with the DJI FPV drone. I'm just going to play it. We can still chat, but I'm just going to play this on the screen while we're talking. And the reason I flew this here is I've always flown camera drones, and the number one thing on my channel is flying safely and not crashing the drone that you just spent $1,000 on, or $800, or whatever you're flying. So for me to fly low on this property with a bunch of light poles and bleachers, and there's a lot of things that I could run into, this was a bold step for me. I know a lot of you that fly smaller FPV drones, that this is kind of where you started. This is me 6 years into flying drones, and all of a sudden, like, doing away with everything that I taught myself. You know what I mean? Like, totally changing it up. So at first, I'm still very cautious, but eventually I get comfortable with the controls and with the sensors. What I like about the DJI FPV drone is that, and hopefully the Avada is the same way, there's sensors on the bottom of it. What I love about it is that there are sensors on the bottom of the drone that tell you how close you are to the ground. So as a camera drone flyer, I've always gone to the tallest object and flown above it to see, okay, once I measure the tallest object, then I can just fly on top of all of that, and I don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so out here, on this property, I've flown this entire property a lot. The tallest thing on this property is the lights that are on the football field. So the Friday night lights, the huge lights. These poles are about, I don't know, 40, 50 feet tall. They're really not that big of a deal. And the buildings aren't that tall either. Every building on this property is, the tallest building on this property is 2 levels. Most of them, like that building right there, is 1 level. I believe the high school is 2 levels. Yeah, you can see over in the left, those, you can see 2 floors right there. So, and the light poles in the parking lot aren't taller than those buildings. You've got tall light poles over the baseball field and the football field. And so that's really all I have to worry about. So usually I'm like flying above it, but this is where I started getting a little bold and flew. If I fly in the wrong direction, I'm going to run into the bleachers, or I'm going to hit a pole. So I really want to go through the bleachers. There's like the other side of the bleachers, and I almost did it, but I haven't done that yet. But with the DJI Avata, that might be what I use to go through the bleachers. That might be my first. It might not be my first thing that I do with it, but yeah, this is just a fun property. On Sundays, there's nobody there, like nobody. And I don't remember if this was like winter break or what, fall break or, but I love the DJI FPV drone can fly. Like, I was trying to fly as slow as possible here. It can handle that, but it can also go like, I think it can get up to 60 miles an hour and still have GPS hold and stuff like that. But I love this property right here because there's water. There is, whoa, and see, that was me letting go of the sticks right there. But I love the mountains, not really mountains, but like the Tennessee hills in the background, the Rocky Tops. There's a lot of trees going on. There's a lot of interesting buildings on this property. Like this is a high school, middle school, and elementary school, and a daycare, all on the same piece of property. So it's really cool. The reds look really good in the fall with the yellow grass, but in the summer it's green grass. I might go out and fly this week. I am thinking about doing a virtual tour of this property with the Insta360 Sphere, so I might do that this week. But I'm kind of in FPV mode right now, getting geared up for the Avada launch. I'll probably buy it next week and then not get it till after Thanksgiving. But yeah. So now I'm getting a little bold, flying a little faster. Something I haven't seen is the speed of the DJI Avata. Does anybody know how fast the DJI Avata can go? It's a Cinewhoop, so it's probably not meant to... Oh, I want to show you guys that real quick. So right here, I'll come around and look at the bleachers. Look at how fun it would be to fly under these bleachers. Check that out, y'all. I think that would be a really cool shot. And I think it's pretty doable. They're not like... I mean, there's a pretty straight shot through it. I don't know that that I could fly. I might be able to fly right into it. But I love the range on the DJI FPV drone, so hopefully the range will be just as good on the Avata. There's a sexy man sitting behind a Jeep over here that I want to draw y'all's attention to. I mean, daggum. I'm just kidding. What's weird to me whenever I'm flying FPV, like I try to find like that car right there, the car that just drove in front of me. That freaks me out because I'm flying my drone through my goggles, and then a car will drive. That car drove right in front of me, and I don't want to stop flying my drone because I'm doing trying to do like a continuous shot. Like this video is a one take. Like it just went up in the air and just flew around for whatever 15-20 minutes and then came down. So I don't want to stop what I'm doing. I did stop that one time where I let go of the sticks, and I don't remember what happened then. I might have lost my bearings and just wanted to reset. But I love these shots. I'm not used to getting these shots. I'm not used to... I feel like I can fly a lot closer to things with my DJI FPV drone because I'm looking through the cockpit as opposed to flying line of sight. You can really tell where you are through the goggles. Long-haired Dilute. I don't know if I had long hair back then. I don't remember when this was. But yep. Is that the guy that's too hot for Bob? Probably. So anyway, in this flight, I don't feel like I get too far away from me, but I think I could fly the entire property and still have a good connection. I flew all over my neighborhood, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I've got a flight where during the snow, I flew all around my neighborhood. There's a beautiful courtyard right here in the middle I feel like that's where the band practices, or they have something going on. So I guess I did fly over the property, pretty far away. I wouldn't be able to do this with my iFlight Cinewoop, just because even though it does have the DJI FPV system, it does not have the range that my DJI FPV drone does. Just that DJI FPV drone does everything, and I'm hoping the Avada does the same thing, just a little bit more, like, it's not like a saw blade in the air. A little safer. But yeah, this is a great way to start my week on a Sunday evening. After everybody's like starting to wind down and relax and get ready for the work week. This is just so fun to just fly around. Selling popsicle sticks. What's that mean? Because I'm too hot? All right, what time is it? 7:47. So this is the part that scared me a little bit, flying through these poles. And I get a little nervous right here, I believe. And then I realized the last second that there was a net between those poles, because you can't see those, and you can't see that in the goggles. And then I realized this was a fence, so I had to go over that. So I can't go do those gaps. So Chris says FPV is the best. I think it's really awesome. I really do. Especially like, so I really enjoy flying drones. And there are sometimes that I don't really get to tell I can't tell what my video looks like until I get back home, because I'm in bright sunlight, or, I can't see my screen very well. Just like the last 3 videos I put up on my YouTube channel, with the football game, like, I really couldn't tell. Like, I had to trust my instruments because the sun was shining right on my screen. So I couldn't really tell, what the color was like. So I had to use the auto iris on my camera. I had to use the peaking on my camera, so everything that was red was in focus, because they're like little ants on the football field. And then I had to use my zebras to know that I didn't have any exposure that was blown out. So with FPV, what I love about it so much is that I can see really, really well with those goggles on my face. The thing that worries me about FPV is not being able to fly line of sight anymore. But yeah, I thought I was done with the flight, but it looks like I'm still going. It's been a while since I watched this one. Jim said, oops, that was Sean. Yep, that was me. And this is where I started freaking out. I didn't know where that pole was that I just went by. And then it decided to return to home. And I feel like I was about to go through the bleachers and then realize I didn't have enough battery to do it. But this is what it looks like when my FPV drone returns to home. So that's something else that really excites me about the Avada. It'll probably have return to home. It'll have a GPS unit in it. It'll have all these things in it that you don't get whenever you're purchasing either a bind and fly that was built, built by a custom shop like iFlight or something like that, or even something that you buy on Amazon, a lot of the drone FPV drones you get take a lot of skill to fly, whereas the DJI FPV drone doesn't take much skill to fly. I would say it takes even less skill to crash it, but coming from flying camera drones, like it was just almost natural to fly the FPV drone. I'm nervous and anxious because I'm flying closer to things that I've ever flown to close. Bleh, I can't get that out. I'm flying closer than I ever have before to things. So there's that one. I have another one to show, but I think I want to show the sky instead, or sorry, the snow. And I hope it's this one. So this is me flying over my neighborhood when it snowed. The thing that worried me about this flight was my drone being too cold to fly. So I kept it inside, and then I took off as soon as I got outside. And then once the drone's up in the air, like, the battery heats up and all. This looks completely different. This area right here. I also did something on this video that Steven Drones doesn't like. I made the top and the bottom blurry, did a little tilt shift effect. I thought this was like a winter wonderland. I thought this was a perfect scenario for that effect, especially with like flying over those bulldozers and stuff, and these trees, like, kind of looks like a Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood type video. So, Steven Drones, I saw that you had COVID. Are you over COVID or still? It looks like you're feeling better tonight, but are you over it completely, or about 80%, or how you feeling, Steve? Just curious. You seem kind of spunky tonight for someone with COVID. So hopefully you're feeling better. And with this video, this will be the end of the live stream. But stay tuned to my channel. Look forward to videos on the DJI Avata. And I'm going to be practicing more with my Canon C200. Planning on selling camcorders and drones that just sit on the shelf, and getting ready for the next year. Pay off some credit cards so I can use them again. But Steve says he's so Steve, did you get over COVID a week ago and you feel a lot better now, or you had it a week ago and you're on the mend? This video right here, y'all, this area, all those trees to the left are gone now. And they're starting to develop this section right here. There's that guy's house right there, and everything else they're going to build a neighborhood. So Steve had it a week ago. So it's good to hear that you're feeling better. So all right, I think we're gonna call it a night. So I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys like this live stream. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications. I want to put out more live streams, more videos about FPV drones, regular drones, action cameras, 360 cameras, regular cameras, all the good stuff, y'all. Have a wonderful week. Peace out.